G. And we have here a number of prestigious guests. For example, we have Vice President from Zhongxin University.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. And we have Mr. Zhang, yeah. And our first principal, Mr. Huang Lihu. And I would like to introduce Mr. Cunningham. He is a very, very prestigious educator who has contributed so much for many, many decades. And now Mr. Cunningham is at the World Affairs Council of Austin in Texas, USA. Mr. Cunningham, over to you first.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. I don't know how long you want me to talk for, so I'll just start introducing myself. I've been working with Mimi for almost 20 years now. We first got introduced by a gentleman out of Canada on the Time Project, and then we started doing some international mock trials and some other legal things. It's always been my desire since the year 2000 to try to bring together on an international basis a better understanding and to make a better world. And I thought the best way to do that is to get people to introduce to each other and to study law and stuff like this. We've done projects in which we've done Canadian laws, Indian laws, South Australian laws. In fact, some of her former students actually competed in 2009. They won the first international mock trial competition. It was sponsored by a law firm here in Austin. And I reflect upon that Friday when we give out an honor to, or Thursday when we gave out an honor to her as we inducted Mimi into the Ring of Honor, and one of her former students, Roy Su, into the Student Ring of Honor. One of the managing partners at the time said that this man was the most dynamic person he's ever seen as a lawyer, as a student, and he was a high school student. I think he was a sophomore in high school at the time, but he was just that good, and he's continued throughout that. And this is the type of students that Mary's had in the or Mimi's had in her program. Her program is probably one of the premier programs, I would say, in the whole world. It's really interesting. It's also been done a lot of research. One of the best ways to learn a foreign language is to be able to think in that language. And one of the best ways to think in that language is to be able to critically think and ask questions. So if I can cross-examine a person in English, I will be thinking in English and I will be able to enunciate in that. Far too often here, one of the reasons why in the United States, you'll see people that will be, they'll take a foreign language for 4 or 5 years, or let's say all in high school, they may start in 8th grade and all the way through the senior year. But by the time they graduate high school, cannot speak that language. It's all they're worried about is translations, or they will learn each year. They'll kind of relearn the idea of asking questions about restaurants or different things like that. Where if you really go to that, you're not really learning very deeply, and you'll forget it very quickly. I'm a good example of that. I took 3 years of German in high school and 3 years in German in college, and I can speak very little German, and mostly has to do with asking where the post office is, where the restrooms are, and order another glass of beer or something to that effect. So it's a very limited type of thing. So I appreciate the work that she's done. I've seen it over the last 20 years. Some of the students that graduated, they're very successful in banking. They're successful in other areas. Their English is just tremendous. It used to be very common for us to, we would talk to people around the world and they said, well, we're going to be talking to Taiwan. And they asked, do they speak English? And then my question was, they may speak English better than the people here in the United States. One of the things that Mimi will explain to you or tell you is that here in the United States, many of our students are not English language learners themselves. Many of them are uh, foreign language learners. So they're learning English as a second language. They may speak Spanish at the house where I live at. In other areas, they may speak Chinese if you're out in California, or different things like this. But English is not the first language. And we have a tremendous difficulty. So we could emulate some of the programs that they've developed there, some of the programs or initiatives that you're doing in Taiwan to try to get everybody who graduates from high school by 2030 to be able to speak English are just extremely right on point, and I believe to be very, very excellent. Anything we can do to help in that area would be tremendous. I feel like this past year, this is the first year I've taught for 40 years. And this year I've retired from teaching. I teach online, and I have several students on my online program from the University of Texas that live in China and live in Korea, and then they have several that live here in the United States. And the difference between the foreign students and the domestic students are just tremendous. I believe it was in 2019 at the University of Texas. My high school was about 7 miles from the University of Texas here in Austin. But I believe Mary's school that had more people that went to the University of Texas than my high school did. And we had almost 3,600 kids in our high school. So there are tremendous opportunities here in the States. We have a lot of programs, especially if you can learn English very well. Come back and just absolutely excellent. I cannot stress the gem that you have as a teacher there. The work that she has done, the work she's done in the past, the success that she's had are remarkable. In fact, so remarkable that it's very seldom do you see that all around the world. In fact, Mimi could probably tell you, I call her Mary, but Mimi would probably tell you that the fact of it is when we started 20 years ago, there's very few of us around that are still here. 20 years ago, when we started, we were talking to the people in Iran. Now, this is kind of interesting because Iran and the United States did not have diplomatic relations. We actually had a mock trial in which we were defending Harry Truman for dropping the atomic bomb on Hiroshima. And we were hearing secret police clicking in and out of listening to Tehran, because Tehran, they were saying about how that was bad and how you aren't supposed to use atomic bombs. So they had the secret police listening to us, and we were doing this over Skype at that time, a little bit a different type of program. So, we've gone to where we talked to people where the government wasn't even talking to. Currently, we're doing a program in which we're working with the country of Belarus. In the country of Belarus, we have a program called Courtroom to Classroom, where we're taking the genocide trials in Belarus currently. This is something that's kind of impactful, so I like to try to explain this in pretty good detail. In 1941, in Operation Barbarossa, the Nazi Germany, the Third Reich, invaded the Soviet Union. In the part of this invasion, they go through Minsk and they take over Belarus. And Belarus was not a country at that time. It was part of the Soviet Union. It's a Soviet Socialist Republic. And from 1941 to 1944, 3.1 million people were eliminated off the face of the earth. They've dug up bodies that they've gone through the last 5 years, interviewed people, and they've actually come up with 3-something million bodies. Now what they're doing is actually trying the perpetrators of this. Their idea was this, and they changed the laws. The idea was this: genocide is probably the worst type of murder that there is. And the victims of genocide are dead. The problem is the perpetrators of the genocide are dead. Does that stop the genocide? And the answer is no. So what they've done is that they've actually made it okay to try these people for murder. So last week, the fifth or sixth trial started, and they've had 5 convictions so far. So they are going slowly, methodically, and proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that the people have committed murders. So even though they are past this earth, they didn't pass. They're still getting justice for the victims of this. This is the only country in the world that is doing this. This brings up the idea that there's no statute of limitation for murder, and that you will be prosecuted to the ends of the earth. You always hear that. This is changes legal system. It's a really good discussion tool, but it's something that a project that we're working on there. To give you a little bit brighter note, we have done food for thought for about 15, 20 years. And I had to get out of that simply because our best person and was most popular was Mimi, because she would have the students who would give all the popular desserts, drinks, food from Taiwan. And people would tell us all over. We had people in Lebanon, we had people in South Africa, we had people in Iran. They were making food from Taiwan, and they learned how to do it from Mary. So there are exchanges that you can do culturally. There are exchanges that you do presentation-wise. The students that she has were presenting in English, which may be their 3rd or 4th language. People they were learning maybe their 3rd or 4th language, but everyone has one language that they like, and that is food. So food is a good motivator. It gives you a little bit of background what I'd like to talk about. Mimi, what else would you like for me to say?
Thank you, Mr. Cunningham. Sorry, I actually didn't confirm with you. Our session would be about from 30 to 40 minutes today. And I have a lot of guests and students here who may be very interested in a lot of the things that you are doing right now, because as you said, there's a transition from what you did in Del Valley High School and now into the World Affairs Council of Austin, right? And also before that, I have the certificate printed out. I know we've done the award on Thursday, on Thursday, but maybe you can present it like to me again. Like,
now here.
It's very simple so that people know what this educator award is. So maybe explain about this.
I'll give you a little bit of background on this very quickly. There are about 10 educators that are really doing an excellent job all around the world. Mimi was by far, when we started to do this, I got together with the president, vice president of the World Affairs Council and told them what my plan was to do. And they said, well, who would you like to pick? And I put Mary's name out first. Because as she knows, I don't want to talk about people because I don't want to say the age or anything like that. But we have been around long enough to know that there are very few people that have as much experience as Mary has in this. Okay, she started when she was in 1st grade, and now and she's been doing this for 20-something years old.
Thank you.
Okay, so we just put that way in with the help of Brian. We do that now to honor this, and it goes onto our website, and we're getting some really nice little plaques and stuff made out. We decided to do this last Thursday or yesterday. I guess it was yesterday or day before your day, and we want to present Mimi Mary Shea with the with this award. The award is to recognize not only her talents and to show to other people exactly what you can do when you put your mind to something. She is probably one of the best persons to actually look up to. So as she's mentoring students, as she's mentoring other teachers, as they even mentoring administrators or mentoring college people, and they're wondering what in the world is she doing. She's doing things that are totally remarkable, and you need to listen to her. So what this one little sheet of paper does, this is that key to actually have open up people to listen to her. So we appreciate this. Mortada Mohammed, who is the president of the World Affairs Council, and Ben Ramirez, they gave remarks to that, present this to her as well as I do. And with a bomb in my heart and with the deepest amount of sincerity, I really appreciate the job that she's done for all these years. And that's why we present that to her then. And this is exciting type of stuff. And it's very uncommon to see somebody do this for year after year after year. And I don't know if we could get her a pay raise or something to that effect, but to tremendously think about, of all the people start out with us in the early 2000s or late 2000s, and see now there's very few people around that are still in the business. And one of the reasons could be money, one of the reasons could be motivation, one of the reasons they say the students are different. Students may be different, but Mary's still there and she's still helping out people, and this is the award for that. And also I'd like to thank Brian as well, because Brian, her husband, is her right-hand person. And we will have something for Brian for the tech people too.
Thank you. Yeah, it's my honor to be be given this award, inducted to the Ring of Honor, along with so many other educators, 10 of us from different countries. Thank you, Mr. Cunningham. Thank you so much.
Mary, we're going to put this up on the World Affairs site too, so I'll put this as well. So we'll put this part on it as well.
Thank you. And also, anybody with questions for Mr. Cunningham?
Well, can I ask a question of the Vice President?
Oh yeah, Vice President.
Okay, Mr. Vice President.
Mr. Cunningham, nice to meet you today. It's my great honor to be invited and participate today's special event because today is the 25th anniversary of the high school. So I am very pleased to participate in this interesting and important event on the campus. And again, I would like to deliver my special appreciation to you for offering a lot of guidance to our excellent students to participate various different projects to let them to have the opportunities to logically thinking different aspects from the global view and the different kind of activities. And I would like to thank you, teacher Shi Mei Mei, for her contributions to this special grouping of the people. So thank you again, and I hope you all have an excellent day over there, because I know over there is a very late evening, right? So thank you for being us so late today. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. So for clarification, it's the 25th anniversary of our school. Our school has been around for 25 years, and for my program is 20 years. Okay, yeah.
How long has it been affiliated?
How long have we been affiliated to?
20 years.
13. Yeah, we used to be. See how long we've been around. We used to be National Dining High School.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I still got that banner I put in my garage in 2009 with Henry and Roy and all the other people signed it.
Yep. Yeah. That's right. I'm also an alumni of Zhongxin University. Yeah. Okay, so I'm also a former student of Zhongxin University, and now our school is affiliated to Zhongxin University.
Oh wow, that is so neat.
We also have familiar faces here.
Hi, Mr. Cunningham, long time no see, or we see on Thursday. Yeah.
Howard.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah. So I think that it is the greatest opportunity that students in Taiwan can have access to the world by video conferencing, since that not everyone comes from a very wealthy family. They want to engage with the students or youth around the world. The only one piece that we can do is through video conferencing. So at that time, it's my pleasure to meet Mr. Cunningham, no matter in cultural experience session or also in a mock trial contest, I would say. At that time, I think that by learning in laws and also communicating with youth around the world, make Taiwanese youth better in critical thinking, expressing, especially in English, and getting the proficiency. And we did that for the global exchange for spontaneously. So making our student more and more desire to have communicate and also have learning of a diverse background. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Howard, I think it's a great equalizer. It allows people. It doesn't afford. You can afford if you go to very expensive schools, you can afford the best things. But the problem is, I don't think we can afford just to educate the very rich. We need to educate everybody richly, not wait till just the rich people get rich. Also, it's one thing that's kind of interesting, especially when it talks to a little bit about the situation that you guys are in Taiwan and the United States. I think the more people that understand what's going on in Taiwan and the United States, the better off it's going to be when it comes to any sort of foreign situations. Because many people here in the States are very hesitant about looking in to try to help out their friends without realizing that who their friends really are. So, I think we need to look at commitments. And once you know people like Howard, and I've seen Howard actually work dressed up in a suit and working on that South Australian Peter
Yeah, Mr.
mock trial.
Cunningham.
And I redid a couple of those yesterday after seeing he talked something. Oh, that's the same Howard. Okay, great. So you can see people and it's really kind of neat. Go ahead.
Yeah, Howard, if you remember, he was awarded Best Defense Attorney in the mock trial.
I remember.
And this is the best prosecution witness here, Sam.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Hello, Mr.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm Sam, and I'm the same grade with Howard. Yeah, we're partners.
What are you guys doing now?
Mock trial team, our mock trial team.
I'm prosecuting counsel, and I have been a custom officer. Yeah, and this is the very great challenge for me because I it's hard for me to express in English because I'm very introverted when I am a high school student, and now I can express a platform and use English and tell everyone I study and learn in this every project and in this school. Yeah, and thank you.
Wow.
And Miss Mary, teacher, you bring your tremendous power to teach us and to this project. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was really interesting.
And
Yeah,
Mr.
it's
Cunningham,
no telling how many people she's impacted over the years because she keeps on telling me, "Oh, I can't do this. I can't do this because I don't have these students or whatever." The problem is she's always got the students. It's just that you got to believe in yourself. So if you give an opportunity, it's just like putting water or give plants food. The plants will grow. So, there's no telling what you will end up being. That's very good. Appreciate that.
Thank you. And anybody with anything that you want to ask Mr. Cunningham before we have like about 5 more minutes, I guess? Yes. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. We have a new blood. That's it. first year high school student. Yeah, go ahead.
Out of curiosity, what was the original motivation of creating the group of teachers that want to spread the so what was the original motive of Teacher Cunningham? That is trying to bring like the worldwide education to everybody.
Oh, what motivated me type of stuff to deal. It's really kind of interesting. I consider I had two students that really impacted me. One student I had in the class and one student was Roy. And what's really kind of weird is that you can share students like Roy or Howard or Henry or whatever, and you can almost feel like they're your student because you can get that close. And I did some graduate work in education where they talked about immediacy. And they were saying that distance learning was really bad because you couldn't feel like you were close to the people. You felt like the camera, like the TV was back when I was a kid, you know, where the black and white TV and it was like I watching I Love Lucy. It was funny, but you know, it's not like it's relatable. Well, here I'm talking to you right now. I feel like I could just be in the classroom. Okay, so in other words, this to me is the reason why it actually works out. And then when you can actually see people, and you see people like Howard, you see people like, I could go through a bunch more, but you see people and they see people successful, and then they write to you later, or they contact you later, or they invite you to their weddings, or, you know, or you have discussions with them. I actually talked to Roy probably more than I talked to some of my students, you know, and that's really kind of an interesting thing. I used to talk to Mary more than I ever talked to any teacher on my staff. You know, one time, you know, it was really kind of important. But I do firmly believe that we need to get the best education for everyone. I've always taught at schools that were not the affluent. They were very low social economic, and the only way to bring is to bring the world to them. And that's how you're going to get a world-class education. So the bottom line is this: if you bring the world to the classroom, you can get a world-class education. And that doesn't make a difference where you're at. It goes both ways. So this is a thing that cuts both ways.
Yes, that would be your antidote.
Yeah.
Bringing the world to your doorstep, and then you get world-class education. Thank you, Mr. Cunningham.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yes, and we'll be in touch for more of the moot court sessions that you mentioned on Thursday.
Yeah, I sent you a little flip book today that we're doing on the moot courts. I was going to send you another flip book on the courtroom to classroom deal. I'm giving a talk in Minsk about that, and that's going to be cultural. So we're going to talk a little bit about the genocide. And then I'm going to send you a flip book on the foods. I think we're going to try to redo the food for thought things coming up.
Yes, and I'll also come up with some more curriculum design, maybe in January for you. I think I have some ideas that we can work on to bridge the courses from the culture to the debate ones.
Okay, sounds great, because I think we really need it here. I'd like to get a little more education about Taiwan to some of the students here, because of future leaders, I think they're going to need it.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I'm close. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.